Hello. Today I'll be describing what Steven Furtick is saying is wrong to his flock. So, starting right now.
You're not saying it, but you're not saying it to me, so say it out loud for yourself. Say, God is with me right now. I thought we'd be doing Bible sword drills. I didn't know they'd be pulling out real swords, stabbing each other with forks in the kitchen before. Y'all are looking at me so holy. It's different than what different. Ministry is different than what I pictured. Let me go all the way. Adulthood is different than what I pictured. Can we be real with one another for a moment? It's different. They sold us something that isn't real. We're supposed to have it figured out. I'm supposed to have.
So obviously mostly what he preaches is just nonsense. It's just a bunch of claims that cannot be proven. That's pretty much it. I've talked about this before, how God is against sin. It's really easy to prove. um, which he doesn't go over. He doesn't talk about. He doesn't talk about sin. He doesn't tell his flock to stop continuing in sin. And we look around us in the United States and wonder why everything is getting worse, why these disasters are getting worse against us, why there were tornadoes that went through 6 states and tore apart a roof, tore apart houses, factories, etc., etc. Even churches are being leveled by these tornadoes. So that's not obviously a blessing from God. If you do believe that God exists, you have to also believe that all these disasters are from God Himself, which means that God is angry about something. So what is He angry about? I talked about this before. He is against sin. Very easy to prove. If one does not believe that God is against sin, just blatantly continue in sin for a month and you will start to lose everything in your life. This is because, again, God is against sin. This is very easy to prove, very straightforward to prove. And this elephant in the room will get ever so bigger as time progresses. This is because these false pastors will continue to mislead the flock because this is what they want to hear, unfortunately. But just remember there are nothing to prove their claim that God is the God of love, Jesus, that God is okay with you sinning, that everything will get better in the future. This is their big push right now, saying that everything will get better, everything will get better, everything will get better. You will get a raise, you'll get a promotion, you will be blessed by God. But the thing is, as time progresses, everything will get worse because God is against sin. And these disasters, or the elephant in the room, will get ever so bigger. And that's pretty much it. Again, these pastors are misleading the flock. And that's pretty much it.
Sense. I'm supposed to be a fully cooked turkey by now, and I'm coming out the oven, and I'm still raw, and I've got mouths to feed. It's different than the picture.
Again, he doesn't talk about sin. It's just his claim over and over again.
What if they
So,
first show them what you're supposed to do, okay? Let's say I do a lateral movement over here.
and I also want to mention that, okay, so if Steven Furtick if he's not, doing what God wants him to do, then why does he have 2.12 million subscribers on YouTube? The only answer I can give for that is that these top pastors in the United States, in the world right now, what they do is they work all the time. They work 6, even 7 days a week nonstop, and they aim really high. It's like a ship that you sail out in the sea and you're going towards a destination. You're the captain of the ship. You're manning the oar, right? So you're sailing the ship. Most people either they aim too low or they're not, going towards a reasonable destination. So they either end up of just drifting along or going around in circles. But you have these guys like Steven Furtick, Joel Osteen, all the other top pastors, they are working all the time to go towards their ultimate goal. So that's what they're doing. Now, obviously, I'm not doing that. I'm not working all the time to be a pastor, obviously, because I have other obligations to finish, and once I finish those, they will be worthwhile and beneficial. And I'll be able to convert more people towards God with facts and reason and not bias and opinions. So,
To the side, look.
unless
Now
there's more
shot
we're
the guy.
talking about.
But suppose they didn't. Put it on that other shot. Now, for the maximum benefit.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So they never talk about sin. They never prove. They never use facts to show that God is against sin. And this has to be taken with all seriousness because this is very easy to prove, and people have done this, and they've faced the consequences of this. So I definitely would check out my other videos about how God responds back, how I prove that God exists, and that he's against sin. So again, it's really easy to prove. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll come out with more videos about other false pastors and about what God wants. So thank you.